What is up, guys? You know what it is. This is Thursday's Thoughts with your boy. And I thought I'd just kind of switch gears a little bit today and just chat for a bit with you guys. I'm working here on this paper for school. It's a interpersonal communications class, which is kind of just like communication in groups, communications with, two or more people. And man, you get to this point in a degree when you're working on a degree where you're close to graduation, but you still need some courses and you still need a certain amount of credits. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Some of the courses are going to be important, and some of them are not. But this is an important one in a couple different arenas. Interpersonal communication is always important. It helps us in our work. It helps us in our personal relationships. It helps us in projects like this. So interpersonal communications is definitely something that I would recommend taking. But I'll tell you, this final paper and this final presentation, it's going into a little bit of it's going into too much extent when I think it should be more about your presentation. So needless to say, I have some research to do, and I'll have to put this project together here in the next week. I'm also going on vacation next week. This weekend we're heading out to the wedding, and then when we come back we have some plans. So this will have to be something that I'm constantly working on in the background, but I'll definitely get it done. It's just one of those things where you just kind of got to stay the course. You can't get too frustrated with it, and you gotta just keep going the course like you have been the whole time, and get this one done too. Sometimes I just wonder, to the extent of this stuff, the citations, the research. I guess it's all good, but sometimes it'll beat you down a little bit. So that's kind of what college is to me. In certain degrees, it's really important. What you're learning, and that you retain the information and things like that. And then in other degrees, I kind of feel like it's you learn a lot about the subject that you're studying, but I feel like 70 to 80% of the work is just seeing if you'll do it, seeing if you're gonna follow the directions, seeing if you can have a project go over the course of a few weeks and still keep it organized. Sometimes I feel like college can be more of that, just making sure that you're gonna do the things that you said you're gonna do, and get through them. I'll tell you though, there are times in this degree where, man, I just felt like giving up, man, because there's still certain times where I wonder, how am I going to justify this degree when looking for a job? How am I going to make the last 4 or 5 years, feel good in my mind that, what I did is being, paid for now in the present. But, I think that's one of the things that I can't do to myself. This degree and being in school and learning these things have made me into a better person. They've made me a more articulate person, more confident. It's given me a foundation of knowledge to fall back on in a lot of the arenas of life. A degree in psychology can help you in a lot of different areas. You just have to, be aware of the market, be aware of the jobs that'll be probably available in your area, and then if you're gonna do it, you just have to do it. That's one of the things about college. If you're for me at least, if this is going to be a super specific path, and I'm going to do these courses, and then graduate, then take this job, then get that job. If that's your route to success, then that's amazing and that's great. But for me, I don't know if that's going to be the route. I don't know if getting a degree, contrary to what I thought in the beginning, if getting a degree is going to actually turn into a job. I think for me it's going to be more of working in a job and then navigating myself into another position where I'm in the mental health arena. There's still a lot of investigation and thought that needs to go into that, but for today's episode, I just kind of wanted to switch gears a little bit. Like I said, not every episode can really have a theme and everything like that, because that takes a lot of preparation. You guys, some of you probably understand, but some people probably don't, man. There's a lot of work that goes into a 5-minute video on YouTube to make it look and sound right. So, I just kind of want to switch gears a little bit today and just talk on this episode and kind of talk about some of the things going on. But I paused working on this paper for the interpersonal communications class to kind of chat with you guys for a little bit. But I guess kind of finishing off that note is just stay the course. Stay the course. There'll be times where you want to quit, but you just got to keep going. Have people in your support system, like my girlfriend that told me, just keep going. It's all going to work out, and it will. And this degree has made me a better person in my personal life. So in turn, that'll follow into my professional life. But we'll switch gears a little bit and talk about determination and staying the course in another arena. How about our boy Dustin the Diamond Poirier? Man, I was so stoked when he won. He's a mixed martial artist. He fights for the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC. And last Saturday he had a interim lightweight championship bout. So he was fighting the 145-pound champion, moved up in weight to 155 pounds. And they fought for the interim lightweight championship with the winner fighting the champion when he comes back in September. And a little bit about Dustin the Diamond Poirier, man. He has been a fighter's fighter the entire time he's been in the UFC. He fought at 145, rose the ranks, got knocked down by Conor McGregor, went to 155 pounds and has really found his home. Has really filled into the weight class and become a lightweight fighter, and has beaten and finished some of the best in the world in that division. A bunch of former champions and some up and coming contenders too. So Dustin the Diamond has been doing this for a long time, and he has been super close to the title before and got knocked down, and he climbed the ranks again, and Saturday night was fighting for the interim championship, like I've said. And man, he pulled it off in a display that can't be replicated. That fight was just beauty in every sense of the world. Just controlled chaos, just an amazing display of attrition, of endurance, of technique and skill. And Dustin won that fight based on his heart and his determination. Not that Max Holloway, his opponent, did not have heart and was not determined. Dustin just was a little more acclimated to the weight class. He brought a little bit more power in his punches, and he won the fight. And that's amazing. But what I want to talk about is just his determination, man. So I talked about his career and how he got there, and fighting the who's who, and climbing the ranks, getting knocked down, climbing the ranks, getting knocked down. And this, I think, was his third time climbing the ranks to a type of number one contender type situation. And, when you're in that type of situation, that's when the demons can come. It's all great when, you're ducking and weaving the traffic and you're climbing the ranks and you're determined. But once you get up there and your spot has been solidified and now now it's time to show them why you're here. Man, that's when the demons can creep in, and they didn't for him. All lead up to the fight, he was composed and professional, and during the fight, he was fighting a beautiful performance, the exact type of fight that he needed to fight to win. And he mentioned something in the post fight that in the third round, man, he was hit with a couple shots and backed up against the fence, and you know, he thought about in that moment, you know, a way out, and he said, "Nah, F it, I'm gonna dig down, I'm gonna I'm gonna bite down on my mouthpiece, and I'm gonna throw." And that's what he did, and he got himself out of a bad position, and he won the fight, man. And I know I'm going a little bit long on this video, but that's kind of good because we're just kind of chatting and getting comfortable. But, you know, watching Dustin's career and seeing it accumulate into that on Saturday night was just beautiful, and it's one of those. And he gave a lot of credit to his wife. He had been with for over 10 years, and you know, he talked about his daughter and the motivation he got from that. So, you know, we watch these type of guys and athletes all the time, and you know, we watch their performances, and you know, we're amazed by them, but we don't really dig past the surface too much. And with mixed martial arts, I like to, and I like to watch a lot of videos, and a lot of the guys post videos and stuff, so you can see into their life. And it was really cool because, you know, these guys, as talented as they are, man, they're just like us, man. They have to fight the demons, they have to stay motivated, and they have to be determined, and they have to have the support system around them. So it was super cool to see that. And on top of that, Theo Von, we're all this past weekend listeners. You know, famous podcaster, comedian extraordinaire. He was in the crowd, and he had Dustin on his podcast, and if you watched that, you got to get to know Dustin on a little bit more of a personal level then. And Theo Von was so excited because it was his first event that he was going to go to. So he got to watch an amazing co-main event with Kelvin Gastelum and Israel Adesanya, which could go down as the best fight of the year, followed by Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, which could also be fight of the year. And he was in the crowd, and afterwards they got to embrace and celebrate together. And you know, there's an awesome video of that online with Theo smacking the belt, and it's just amazing. It's just cool to see the journey of a mixed martial artist, and for it to all cap off with a world championship. That's wonderful, and we'll get to see him try to unify the belts here probably at the end of this year. So we're all excited about that. Go Dustin, the diamond, getting it done. Pressure creates diamonds, man. So, you know, I just kind of want to jump on and talk a little bit about that, and just give everybody, you know, a little insight to what's going on with me here, man. It's nothing crazy, man. Just working on this project, trying to get enough of it done so that I feel good about it when I go on vacation. I'll be working on it in between the fun events we have planned, but I should jump off here, get a little bit more work done before I head off to work. So I appreciate it, guys. Like I always say, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. What are you guys' thoughts, man? Hit me up with some thoughts. You know what it is. This is Thursday's Thoughts. Leave me yours in the comment section. I appreciate it. Peace.